Many of you on this journey of awakening share a very similar goal: to open your heart and learn how to truly love yourselves and to love others for who they truly are. The first lesson Chloe realized was that her heart wasn't born just to love one person, like in romance movies or novels that suggest a heart is meant for just one person, as if it's meant for them through life and death. If that were truly the case, if our hearts were born to love only one person, then how could we love both our father and our mother? If so, we'd only be allowed to love one of them, right? How could we love both? Yet we love our father and we love our mother, not to mention grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and cousins. That's just within the family, and already there are so many people, right? And that's not even counting teachers, friends. Friends aren't even blood relatives, but we love them so much. So why is it that, when it comes to relatives, friends, and family, we find it normal to love many people, but when we talk about romantic relationships between a man and a woman, we suddenly force ourselves to only be allowed to love one person? Chloe believes our hearts don't operate with that concept. That concept stems from the mind, and because it stems from the mind, it clashes with the heart. And that very conflict creates so many of the problems we see in society. Chloe is not advocating for promiscuity or infidelity, not at all. What Chloe is talking about is the emotional aspect, not the actions. That's about how to love. Chloe is talking about love itself. Chloe finds that her heart loves everyone. It loves everyone, even people we don't particularly like. We still love them. And in our families, we don't necessarily like everyone's personality, but we clearly still love them deeply. So it's the same with people we've had relationships with who aren't our relatives. Chloe finds that loving them, regardless of whether she's still in a relationship with them or not, that love doesn't change. But here's what many people, including Chloe herself, once tried to do. For example, after breaking up with an ex, they'd try to convince themselves they were never allowed to have feelings for that person again, never allowed to love them again. They felt they had to completely cut off all feelings before they could move on to someone new. And when Chloe moved on to someone new but still felt a fondness for her ex, she'd feel guilty and conflicted. She'd wonder, what's wrong with me? Why can't I forget my ex, even though they did X, Y, Z and caused me so much pain? Back then, Chloe didn't understand. She couldn't grasp why, even when it was clear that she and her ex weren't compatible, her heart would still feel love for them whenever she thought of them. Then she'd force her heart not to love that person, as if loving them was wrong or problematic. And because of that, her heart suffered. It suffered because it wasn't allowed to love. Chloe realized it suffered because she forbade it. She forced it to love only this person and not that person. Yet many times, when Chloe put her hand on her chest and asked her heart, "What do you truly want?" it always gave her the same answer. "I want to be free to love everyone. That's all I want. I want to be free to love everyone. I don't want to distinguish between high or low, little or much, or how many people. I just want to love to its fullest, truly." That's all it said. It's so simple, so pure. And love here, once again, Chloe means the feeling of love. Right now, Chloe is sitting here and she feels love overflowing and abundant within her heart. And she allows herself to love her exes, her current loves, the living, the dead, those near, those far. She allows herself to love everyone without letting those external factors interfere. When she does this, she feels so happy and fulfilled without needing to do anything. No need to text them, check on them, or express love or anything like that. That's the action part. Here, Chloe is talking about love itself. From a young age, Chloe believes many of you are like her. We were taught that we must be faithful to one spouse, that we shouldn't be promiscuous. And then there are news stories about people loving multiple people at once and being condemned by society. This instantly creates a fear within us, and we immediately think, no, loving many people isn't good, it's not right. But once again, what people are talking about there leans more towards actions, not feelings. Chloe's teacher taught her that when you truly love, when you allow yourself to fully feel love for someone, often after you've felt it, you realize you don't need to do anything. You don't need to tell them. In fact, whether they know or not isn't important. Your knowing is enough. So the feeling, the sensing, must be understood first. And once that part is understood, the actions that follow will come very naturally and harmoniously, benefiting everyone involved. Many of us, Chloe included, have been like this. We haven't fully felt it, we've only just begun to feel a glimmer, and we rush to act. Acting. here could mean immediately messaging someone, telling them our feelings. Or it could mean running away from that feeling, not allowing ourselves to feel it, because we think we shouldn't feel that way, because it's bad or this or that. There are so many rules that the mind imposes. Later on, when Chloe truly allowed herself to just sit and truly feel, her love for this person, then that person, and another, she felt immensely happy. And it's true, afterward, she had no need to tell them. If an action did come, it came very naturally. Or perhaps she would simply send a message to check in or arrange to meet. She had no need to explicitly express, "I love you so much," or anything like that. Because she had truly felt it internally, she didn't need to say it, or convince others, or expect a response from anyone. That's what Chloe realized has completely changed her perspective on how to love and receive love. It has also helped her heart feel freer. She feels more like herself. And she feels it's very normal and natural that she was born to love everyone, not just one or two people. And she no longer feels guilty for loving many people at once. As for how to love, that's another story, because we live in this body, and Chloe realizes this body is very finite, limited. It's like a boundary. It stops here, right? But love is boundless, unlimited. And Chloe feels that our reason for being on this earth is to learn how to express that boundless love through this finite body in a way that is most harmonious with the universe and with everyone living on this earth alongside us. That is a very joyful challenge. Expressing the boundless through the finite, how to do it effectively, how to do it appropriately. That's the part about how to love, and Chloe thinks it's something we all need to learn a lot about. She herself is trying to learn every day how to love in a way that suits the era she lives in, the culture, the country, and the people around her. How to still freely love them, but with respect, and maintain a healthy boundary, where everyone feels comfortable within her love. So many of you are stuck in the conflict and torment of your minds, thinking, "I must forget the old love to truly be over and able to love someone new." Or, "Why do I still have feelings for my ex? Should I go back to them?" This is the answer Chloe has contemplated and realized herself, and it has helped her move past past relationships without any lingering doubts. She will always love them, even until she dies, and even after death she'll still love them. That's how she feels, because there's no reason not to love them, because she loved them, they were together. And they broke up because they weren't compatible, because their paths and goals were different, but the love itself is always there. Chloe loves her exes. She loves the people currently in her life, and she loves the people who will appear in her life. And when Chloe allows herself to love in this way, she feels, "This is my true nature." Her heart chakra opened, and she felt her heart let out a sigh of relief. "Oh my God, finally I'm free and comfortable to love as much as I want." It's so sweet. It's so pure. It just wants to be like that, everyone. It doesn't want that person to be by its side, or to make promises, or to commit in a certain way. It doesn't even care if that person loves it back. My heart just wants to love everyone. I want to love this person. I want to love this tree, this flower. I want to love this phone. I want to love the person sitting across from me. I want to love that person. I want to love the sun, the moon. I want to love the dog, the cat. I want to be free to love everything without being forbidden. You can only love person A, not person B. Immediately, when there are such limits and restrictions imposed, imagine love is boundless, but we impose these limits on our heart, on our love, like boxes closing up, one after another. Over time, you'll find your heart closes up too. Breaking free from those rigid norms, Chloe's heart automatically opened, and she automatically felt more connected to herself, and she automatically felt more connected to everyone around her, and she automatically felt more love for everyone around her. Everything else stayed the same. The only difference is that her heart is free to love again, as pure as a child's. Who says children don't know how to love or don't understand anything? Chloe thinks children know how to love the most. They're better at loving than adults, because their love is pure. It's not clouded by any belief or thought. It's just simple love. Everywhere they look, they see love, they see joy. Within each of us is that inner child, waiting for us to allow it to love again. Be free. Love whoever you want to love, however much you want to love, however many people. Whether it's a little or a lot, it's all okay. That is true self-love. Allowing yourself to love, that is loving yourself. Our heart was born to love, and our heart's love is boundless, so no number can be placed on that love. This love makes no distinction of age, gender, space, time, life, or death. No distinction. Love is just love. It's simply that, just love. Right now, do I love myself enough to allow myself to freely love, true to my nature? Thank you all for listening to my sharing today.